Good evening, Stone Mage. I've missed you. I like your new jewelry. Looking good. Hello and welcome to the only tutorial podcast where the teacher actively drinks. I don't know who that guy is, but whoever he may be, is probably a irresponsible fellow. Honestly, I've just had this liquor for way too long and it needs to be drank so I can throw the bottle away. And I only drink during content. Is prune juice on the drink menu? No, but peanut butter whiskey is. Not peanut butter, banana whiskey. Which I gotta say has run its course of good. But again, I only drink in content. So, y'all cash in those Pedro snack time things. Let's kill this off. So I ain't gonna finish it. But welcome, guys. Today, as the title says, and as I advertised, we are going to be diving into the wonderful world of TinkerCad and learning how to 3D print, like design 3D prints and wire up props. Those of you who have followed my work and my newest prop design, which hold on, you can see a little bit of it in my 3D cam. Hold on. My new containment unit, which I will give you guys a sneak peek of how I designed that, including part 2, version 2, which I don't know if you could tell what this is, but it's the start of. It's a functioning door. It's not connected yet because it needs to be painted, but this will be the trap holder. It's a door. I made a door. I made a door and it has a handle. The all comes with a handle. Of course, this one doesn't have a latch. It is connected with magnets. Magnets, they're powerful to keep fun objects in. But we're gonna learn a little bit how to do that, along with how to light up and wire your props and make them like do cool things. Without further ado, let's jump in and straight up. Here you go. Here's TinkerCAD. It is run by Autodesk, the makers of AutoCAD and very awesome programs. This is actually a very free website where you can go and make an account, and you can learn everything from 3D designs to circuits to code blocks. And it's something that I use to teach kids like every day how to build these things for 3D printing and basic coding and fun things like that. So we're gonna really dive in, and let me run down, and we're gonna do the basics first, and then I'll show you some of the fun things I have been working on, like right here. We're gonna get in and get some fun stuff working on. All right, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna create 3D design, and when you go in here, it looks very overwhelming, but don't worry, I'm gonna go through it. The first thing it does is names the file something insane. Neat Rodis. And every time you do it, it will name it something even weirder. So let's go teaching thing. Teaching thing. And that's what we're going to name this file. So later when I go back and go, what the hell did I design? I need to stop drinking. And then I'll go, oh wait, I was teaching. So here are basic shapes right here. And you have just like all these like basic shapes. But if you click right here, in there, you could see everything from basic shapes to design starters, creatures, characters, vehicles, machines, structure, scenery, hardware, electronics, fun games, everyday objects, featured collection, and of course SimLab and shape generator. We're gonna start basic. This is first. Here we go. Let's do a thing. Let's go ahead and drag a cube out. Look at that. It's just a box. All it is a box. It's a completely solid box. We can make it any size we want. And as you can see, it gives us the dimensions as we scale it. Now, one thing I like to do is, and I always have this on, I'll go up here and click the ruler tool and immediately just click it into the plane. So now it always has, if I add another shape, it has the dimensions. And I know that sounds like it's really big, but I use millimeters a lot. And I think a lot of people who 3D print, especially the Ghostbusters props that I do, a lot of the measurements are in millimeters when it comes to putting together the smaller pieces. So down here in the corner, you can see settings and snap grid right there. So you can click settings and you can change it to whatever you want, whatever unit you want. Uh, right in here. So for anywhere from millimeters to inches. You can change your settings to, like, if you have a printer like Ultimaker 2 printer, so you can have the settings for it. I can actually come in here and go custom, and I can set my build plate to what my 3D printer is, which I think is beyond amazing because that means I can build to my plate. So let's say my build plate is 250 by 250. Flow settings. So now my work plane right here, this little work plane, is my 3D print bed. So now I know if I'm building something that's outside the realm of my 3D printer, I need to break it up. All right. So we're in millimeters. We got our cube. Look at that. We got a cool little cube. And let's say we're trying to build like a box that does stuff. Okay, so we got one cube right here. And then we can Control D. If you hit Control D, means duplicate. Now I got two boxes. If I do that, you can see. To rotate, of course, just use these little handy. I mean, everything is very pretty much point and click go. Right here, you could rotate it that way. I could rotate it this way. And if you like, it will snap. Or I could pull it out to get fine detail. Or come in here and just do like the snaps at 45 degree, 65, 90, 180. Now we got a plus sign. But we don't want a plus sign. We want something that is the same dimensions. We don't want a full box. Like, we want a rectangle. So see these little dots right here? And right here and right there. This is for altering the length and shape. You just grab, drag, and go. Or you could come over here and say, like, okay, I need the walls to be exactly 50 centimeters. So now that is 50 centimeters, or 50 millimeters. So if we put it on our baseline and move it down the edge, now we're cooking with gas. There is another way we could do this. And we're going to get in there. So let's say we needed an L bracket for a shelf. And that's what we built right here. Look at this, our cool L bracket. Oh, hold on. My phone's vibrating. Make sure I'm not getting like weird. I think it's just probably my daughter's, yep, my daughter's blood sugar. But she's with mom, so everything is okay. All right, so now we have built an L. We can select both objects, hold shift to click both objects, and then unclick, and then we can rotate it as a whole. And then we could snap it to the build plate. No, wait, no, go back. I want to snap it to, I want to go up here too. Right back on top. There we go. Let's say we're building a cool design, like display shelf for like a cool prop. And we want to extend it out like that. Maybe bring the floor out a little bit. And now we're like, okay, I gotta put it on the wall. I gotta hook this to the wall. How are we gonna do that? Are we gonna 3D print this and then drill through the 3D print? Never do that. Never just drill unless you're printing at 100% infill, which also I there's only like so many reasons to ever print at 100. Drilling through 3D print, and oh heck, I could just show you. Let me pull up a 3D object and kind of show you what that looks like. Where is I'm going to pull up the door frame of the thing I just printed. That's what we're doing right now. We're pulling up the door frame. This sucker right here, the actual door frame. We're going to pull it up in Cura, and I'm going to show you why you don't want to just, print something and then drill through it. Because like I said, when you're using a percentile of infill, this will make sense here in a second. Well, I thought it was loading up. Oh, it was. It was. Okay. Now I'm opening two. Now another one's going to pop up. It should be like, it was just being slow. All right. So flip it down here. And you see, this is the 3D object I designed. And now I'm going to slice it. And those of you who are new to 3D printing, wait, hold on. I think I have my infill set up high. Normally I print my stuff, things that I'm going to use at 25% infill, which is pretty solid. I'm going to tell you right now, it's pretty strong. The 75 infill I was using for some detailed stuff that is going to take some pressure, but that's about as high as I go. All right. So now, the reason you don't want to drill through it, like here I have a hole that was made for a drill. You can see it has extra layer lines, but on the inside, right here, is why you don't want to drill through 3D prints, because it's not structurally sound once you compromise it. These are empty holes. The orange are like little waffle lines, waffle cone, like honeycomb, almost. As you can see, it's just like hollow to a point. And this is to save filament, save time, and everyone's like, well, why don't you just print everything at 100% infill? It'll be great. It'll be super strong. Yes, but that's like saying, why don't you just nuke the anthill? Because it will kill everything in the vicinity. It's not necessary. You don't have to nuke an anthill. You can simply poison it. This is great. So now we got to figure out, well, how do we screw hole it? How do we do that? I'll show you. Oh, look, see, there's the door. Aha, 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 door. And I'll show you exactly how I made that. That was actually really easy to make. So up here, if you notice, I have this selected. It says solid or hole. We're going to make holes, y'all. Y'all know how I like my holes. Let's see. We're going to put some right here. This is now what is considered a hole. The computer essentially renders it as it's going to take away. So a lot of time with 3D prints, both, at least what I've worked with in the realms of the greats, Michael Clinton and Taco Belli, who designed some of the top-notch props in the world. 3mm bolts are the way to go. So usually I just stuck with it because, like I said, I had to order 3M for people like to build the Q-Pack, to build everything from like the Q-Pack to Taco Belly Trap and all that. So I was like, I already have like 3 boxes of M3 bolts sitting around. Might as well just keep it up on my own designs. And that's kind of what I did. So we take it the width 3. Where that millimeter's coming in handy. 3. Oh no, that was height. We do want that long. There we go. 3. And now we have a 3mm hole. Boom! Bum 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 bum. And we stick it through. We just slide it right on through. And now, watch this. So we move it where we want to. Yes, the mouth controls work. You could use controls for that. For the upsy downsies, you have to use that. There's no mouse control for that, like keyboard control. Now I got that right there. And if we want to see what it looks like when it's all good, we're going to select our object and shift click that hole and come up here to group. And when you group it, it'll make it one object. Boom. Now you've got a nifty hole in your thing. Now you see my hole is not very round. Round! Pretty sweet hole, you see. Round, not round enough. So we're going to ungroup it. We're going to select that. And we're going to bump up our size to 64. Unfortunately, TinkerCad is a free software, so the highest you can go is 64. as far as like how many sides you could put into a circle, but that's okay. It's more round than you will usually ever need. And then let's go back to grouping. Group, boom, look at that, so much rounder. Pretty sweet hole, you see there. Round. I just watched too much internet when I was younger. All right, but now how are we going to get some of the complicated designs, like this fancy door with its inlays and like bends and molds like that? Well, let's get to it. Let's design something that simple. Now that we've got the basics down, new cube. Say we're going to do this 200 by 200. Roughly what that door was. We're going to put 20 steps in it. Steps are like sides. It will make sense in a little bit. And then what we're going to do is into our emboss. See how it rounds out a little bit? If you notice, if I look over here, it's no longer a flat surface. Now, I'm going to duplicate this. Duplicate. And lower the radius back down and raise that up. And lower it down. Now, we're starting to get that cool little bubble effect. That out. Right. There, and if I group it, right, let's make one a different color, blue. See, it's becoming one object. And that's kind of how like you can make some really cool shapes by just playing with the radius, how many steps, like the length, height, things like that. You know, like, let's lower that just a little bit. Get more of a boom cube, as it were. Flush it in. Now it's just slightly raised up. And you could do that a couple times to get like cool features like that. Layered bit by bit, so it looks like kind of like hammered in metal. And that's essentially how I designed a lot of the things that I've designed. It's like, okay, well, what can I do here? How can I do that? I suggest getting in there and playing with it. Now, the one thing I love about TinkerCad is you ain't got to listen to me talk all day long. You can come up here to Classrooms, become a TinkerCad teacher, or join a class. And you can take class and learn programs and all these things in TinkerCad. Look at this. Zora design. You guys. That was a long one, Calvino. Good on you. You can learn all these things and go through lessons by someone who is not drinking. Calvino, you know what I need you to trigger? I need it. We've got to get through this bottle tonight. I can't drink any more of this stuff after today. We've got to kill it tonight. You can also go to resources. There's a blog, learning sister. It's time for a little snacky snack. Look how close I am to being done. Look, we're almost there. Anyway, there are all sorts of resources for free on this website. TinkerCad is probably one of the greatest learning sites when it comes to creating your own any type of 3D printing, or designing, or wiring, or learning code. You're never gonna go through all of it. It's so much. You can even go through. Okay, let's go to TinkerCad and let's look at projects. There are a list of projects on here that you can download and kind of dig into and learn from. It's like Thingiverse or like a Facebook group or something like that, where you can find projects to do and download yourself and work through and learn. The best part about TinkerCad is, unlike Thingiverse, where it's just like it's user generated and just put up there. Pretty sure. Look at this. Look how cool that thing is. I'm gonna make that. Okay, go ahead and download PDF. This is for a different day. This is for me later. Don't you worry. Don't you worry about nothing. Okay, it's not about part of the stream. This is just because I want to build one of those later. Hold on one second. My 3D printer was done. Had a couple prints fail in past print. There's thin prints, printing pieces of something else that goes in this, and we'll get into. So now that we've kind of done over the 3D printer stuff, let's go look at some circuits. So those of you who have ever tried to light up a prop with LEDs or anything like that, if you know where is it? I meant to grab you earlier. Those of you who remember my handy dandy trap knows that it lights up. See? And how I learned how to do that. Here's the innards. Just a little breadboard in there. With some LEDs running here and there and everywhere. This is my very first attempt. So it wasn't that fancy, but I learned it on TinkerCad. Bum 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 bum. It's cool. But I got into that, y'all. Hook up wire kit. It's just wires. It's so many wires. It's a whole package of wire because I was running low on it. I'm not going to open it right now. I don't need it yet. Not going to open it. Not going to open it. All right, let's get in here. So everything that I do with circuits, I kind of bring in here and test. So here's one that I was just kind of playing around with. I get on there and I'll just do junk all day long that makes no sense. Uh, Here's a circuit for, I don't know if anybody could tell me. But it's a basic code that's very, very slow of that. Very basic code. But we're not getting into Arduino tonight. That's not what we're doing. We're going to create circuit and we're going to kind of learn just like the basics. So remember, if you're unfamiliar with like the basics of circuits, first I'm going to put a breadboard out there, and we're going to put a 9-volt battery. Let me rotate that just a couple bits. And zoom out a little bit. All right. So a breadboard is essentially, imagine a circuit, and right here on the mouse, this is usually what's referred to as the power pole. So you put like positive energy right here, and if you connect it right there, it will power everything. You see those green lines? If you look at the green lines right there, it will show you what all is in one circuit. It's essentially a circuit board. This is like a unprogrammed, free-scaped circuit board. So you have that one right there, that one right there for the negative, and then you have these 1 through 30, and it's A, B, C, D, E. So each one of these lines goes vertical. So if I plug something in right here, it will power everything right there. And right there, and so on and so forth. Same on the other side. So first thing to do is we take our positive and put it right there. And then our negative, put it right there. I don't know why they're backwards like that, crisscross. That drives me nuts. I don't, well, I can probably mirror it. Hold on. There we go. No, it's not driving me nuts. It be driving me nuts. All right. So, we take our little LED and we'll name it Red Boy. And of course, science dictates if we connect the positive, the anode, and the cathode, the negative, to this board, it will power. Right? Right? Sorry? Sorry. Well, what if we need to power more than one? Okay, so we'll just take this right here, plus negative. And you can plug it anywhere on this board and it still connects, because as long as it's the negatives in this one and the positives in this one, you're good to go. But watch. Boom. We blew the light. Because we didn't put a resistor on it. That was the one thing we were missing. So stop simulation. Bring this sucker out over here. Mirror it. No, bring it back. That's confusing me. It hurts me. So let's delete that. Every LED you buy, if you buy like a pack of LEDs and whatnot, comes usually pre-wired with a resistor. If you buy like the ones on the strip. And that's what it was missing. That's why it blew. It's because we didn't have a resistor on there, of course. That was like all jacked up. So that in positive. Put that back in positive. Now, ta-da! Our light is on and bright. Look at it. Let there be light. I said let there be light. Let there be light. I said let there be light. Alright, so now our red boy is lit up and he's doing great. Look at him, so proud of him. Ain't it so fancy? And we didn't do any work. All we did is stick a wire in there and a wire in there. And usually with a breadboard, you can just connect the wires. You don't have to solder them. This is a unsolderable breadboard where you just shove the wire in there. It's just kind of like how you test stuff. And this is testing stuff without actually owning it. So you can be like, oh, okay, I need to do this and then get those things to make it do that. So, let's say I want to do a bunch of these. But here, I want to do something really crazy with it. Oh, why did I do that? I just want to delete you. You two, I want to Control-C, Control-V. And I'm just using basic Control-C, Control-V. If you don't know that, I can't help you with the internet. Alright, so Control-V, do it again, boom. So we got three. We'll make one yellow, one blue. Blue, red, yellow. Alright. So now, let's do this. Let's take this positive right here. No, hold on. Let's put a switch in there. So, oops, I done screwed up. Hold on. Delete you. I want to put one on a switch and one on a button. Button, button, button. I'm doing a button. So, how buttons work and how switches work is you have a common, a terminal 1, and a terminal 2. These, we're going to turn it sideways. These are made so that you can turn them one on, one off. This is like, that's a three-way switch. So let's say I take terminal 1, put it right there, and I take terminal 1. That's terminal 1 and terminal 2. Okay. And then take this common wire, put it in our positive. Right there. I'm going to take negative here and the negative there. I know this is getting real complicated. I promise it's going somewhere. So, start simulation. That's lit up. That is not. But when I click the switch, see? Now, what this is doing is essentially just creating a bridge that we're connecting. And this is a three-way bridge. So it's like, here's the bridge, and there's an L shape in the middle. So that, and then we flip it, and now it's connected over here to that one. Most switches, like this one, is a two-way switch. There's on and off. On, off. On, off. Zoom and enhance. Zoom and enhance. With this, I've turned it into, there's not an on and off. There's a red, yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow. Now to make this an off switch, I just take away the red. I take away the yellow. So now, they're both. It's on and off. All I've did is taken away terminal 2, but the common is your power. That's where you hook. Hold on, I have actual switches to show you. Bag of electronics. While I'm waiting to move to my new place, I'm going to store everything in a box by my bed. I'm a sad, sad man. Let's make the camera big. Look at me, I'm pretty. Ooh, pretty. Those are complex buttons we don't want to learn about yet. Where are my little switches? I have a whole bag of you. Where are you? You're in here somewhere. I cannot wait to get my place set. Aha! Thank you, Calvino. I love you for that. There's a Bananarama. 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 Wait, how's my 3D print doing? Bananarama. Bananarama. Alright. Let me do the shot, and then I'll show you a little doodad switch. A little cool doodad switch. Gonna blow your mind. Ah, I never knew teaching could be so great. Especially when there's alcohol involved. Alright. Now, unlike that switch, this is a two-way switch. This is a on and off switch right here. And if you notice, right there on there, focus, focus. You see the two prongs. Middle prong being the common, far prong being the on. So right now the switch is off. Now it's on. That's essentially what's happening there. Now the beauty of a breadboard is, if you notice, I have two lights. Oh, let me make it big again. I have two lights wired to that switch right there. This is not, okay, hold on. Let me show you one more thing on this little tiny switch thing. That's not big. Look at it. It's tiny. It's tiny, y'all. It's hard to fit more than one wire on there. Hocus Pocus is my favorite Disney movie. Who doesn't love Hocus Pocus? It is so great. Put a spell on you. We should watch Hocus. That's what we need to do. We'll forget the stream. We'll just go watch Hocus Pocus. Everybody leave. Go watch Hocus Pocus. It's on Disney Plus right now. Go check it out. All right. So, yeah. This is a very, we don't have a lot of space to hook a wire up. Hence, why this breadboard is so awesome. Let's go ahead and delete these wires. And we're going to draw this power thing to that. Now, hook that to positive, hook that to positive, and hook that to positive. Now, if we hook these to negative, got lots of holes for negatives. In fact, we can actually do the same thing with the negative. We can take this negative, pull it over here, and drag and drop. And I hate to say it, this is how easy wiring is. Now, start simulation. All three lights are on, and we've only wired, it to one thing on the breadboard. We took the negative over here to this line, so we ain't got to fill up this board, and we've taken the positive and put it on this side. We would just put a switch in the middle. Same thing works with this button right here. So take terminal 1, put it there, terminal B, Put it there. So now, press button. It's no longer a switch. It's a button. So only on while you're clicking it down. Boop. 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 It's not really like I said, it sounds so overwhelming until you realize it's not. It's just Legos. All this is Legos. It's connect the dots and Legos. You are just connecting a resistor to an LED, wiring it together. You're not. No one here is doing complex rocket science, and that's essentially how I made that trap right there. Is just take wires right there and make connectors to make it separate like this, where it still like works when you move it in and move it out. All it is a little switch, little plug and play that I treated just like. Oh no, get in there. Go in your hole. Go in your hole. I'm holding you awkward, that's why. That I just wired it just like the breadboard, just like the switch right there. Positive, negative to the positive, negative. So when they connect and touch, boom, there you go. I am not a smart man. All I know is how to connect dots, and that's all you really have to do. And it's a lot easier when you're doing it outside of here because, like I said, negative is usually black, positives are red. So when you're doing wire, you can even do the type of, like, hook up, normal wire. You can do all of that here. We can color code all these so we know exactly what color it should be. And then you kind of get a better idea of like what we're really dealing with here. Oh, stop simulation so I can select and drag you around. We can kind of see what we're doing here. Go up there. And like I said, it can get as complicated as you want it to, but just boil down to, oh, we missed a green. We missed a green. Black. All the reds equal positive, all the blacks equal negative. And then it's just what kind of power source are you putting them to? Are you making a bridge or not? Make a bridge. Bridge is good. They're easy. Oh, now you're printing good. Yay. Let's see. Let's look at it. I realized while I had the 3D print camera on that I don't have a mic on that channel, so you guys could hear me talking my way through any of that, could you? Great. So sorry about that. I will fix that in the future. My bad. I was telling you I was doing like the last little bit of the calibration to level the Z-axis, and I realized when I switched to the 3D print cam, unlike this cam, there's no microphone because that is the ASMR channel, and I am dumb. There's a whole section of this video that's just quiet. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to edit it later. Oh. Nope, I can't edit it because then I'd have to edit this part too. I am just making myself more work by talking about it. Oh well, there's just gonna be a silent chunk in this video. Dun 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 dun. Sorry. And I am not going to edit that out. So let y'all ride with it. So here we go. That was the basics of. That's the basics of wiring. Yes, we can get so much more into it, and there's so much more to get into it between like coming over here to all of it. The basic, the Arduino, microbit, circuit assemblies. Let's go to circuit assemblies. where it's just like, here we go. It's just a circuit assembly. Start simulation, flip switch. It's playing a sound. I have it muted, but it's playing a sound. Spin circuit. Here we go. AAA batteries. Yes, 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 yes. Start simulation. See how it's spinning? On, off. All we're doing is powering. Stop. All we're doing is powering it on and off. Move you so we ain't gotta see that. On. 97 RPM off. There's no complex wiring to it. It is just on offs. Very simple. Yeah, there is no fuse on there, so that LED light's not going to last as long. It's making a noise. Please don't be making a bad noise. Okay, you're still on the board. Been like having an adhesion problem. I think I just need to fully clean the bed and just really go nuts, but I don't want to yet. I only have 2 prints left of this particular project, and they're short prints. Short prints. So now, let's get in and look at some of the cool things I've designed. Of course, you know, I can't really show you the wiring because I don't keep this stuff around. Like I have like one workstation where I don't have multiple files where I'm like, okay, I make this, that, and other. Because now that I know this well enough, I don't practice anymore. I don't kind of design. I just go, all right, I want 4 LEDs here, 4 LEDs there. Let's put a sound thing here. Ooh, another cool thing I got. You guys ever open those gift card, like those greeting cards that play a sound when you open them? Some of them never stop. You know, they have them and you can buy them. They're already pre-made. You just open them up and it just plays an annoying song. Those kind of cards. I bought the mechanics of one. Look at that. Looky, 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 looky. Gonna blow your mind. Yes. I no longer need a card to cause chaos. I can make my own chaos. There's a little speaker. It's very flat. A little bent, but that's okay because this is made to be cut if I need to. It's actually a sticker. I can stick this somewhere, which I plan on doing to my new containment unit and rewiring this button to my own dastardly things. This came preloaded on it. I just opened it. I can now change what sounds it plays. I can make it play whatever I want.
Smoke weed every day.
There's trouble afoot. Uh-oh, I hear it acting up. I hear it acting up. Dragging on something. Don't come unstuck. Don't you do it to me. Don't you do it to me, son. I need this. I need it. Alright, so anyway, that's what I got. I got those to cause trouble and make fun things in the future for my props. I'm going to change those sounds to various things that I want it to do. Or just make a card that just says, I touch butts, butts, butts. I touch... Ooh, I can make Don Darrow streamed cards. Am I evil? Possibly. Alright. Let's go ahead and Turn that off, and let's get in here. Let's go back to home designs, and let's look at this new. So I made the containment unit viewer box, which I'm on version 2 right now. Version 1 right here. Let's look at version 1. As you can see, it is half of it. Here's half of that box. And how I printed it is Control D, mirror that way. I just printed both sides and then attached it. Version 1. Very cool. Also not very feasible when trying to assemble the glass inside. There, and there. So version 2 is now a little more put together-ish, where the walls are not connected. They are attached on separately, which makes it easier for painting. I've also done some minor adjustments here, some holes there for various stability issues, and to add on fun little devices like the control power unit. Oh no. Let's see it failing. Hold on. What am I gonna do with you? Wash you, and then I'm gonna cream. You're gonna get washed, re-glued. The world of 3D printing. Little failures. Hopefully, just you want it to fail here instead of 17 hours into a print. So rest in print. That's right. So let's get back to things I'm designing. So right now I am building one of the attachments, which is the trap loader. Now I'm a huge fan of Ghostbusters, as y'all know. Right now I'm building this goes onto the side of the containment viewer, and it's what this door attaches to. So if y'all remember the door from the very beginning of the stream, right here, that opens and closes and does all that stuff, that goes on the front of this, which will hold this exact trap. As you can see, there's a 3D model of it right there, and here is in real life. Because in Ghostbusters, you load the trap in, insert it like that, close it up, and then catch the ghost. And if you haven't seen my containment unit in action, check out my TikTok at the Don Darrow on TikTok. And you can kind of see how, it's gone together. Like version 1, which, is completed there. So, trap, go in. Zoop. Cartridge come out. Zoop. Close the door. Do all the things. Oh, Thatcher, you can't be rubbing on a microphone. Close the door and go. Now, this is okay. So this trap right here. I'm gonna do that. I did not design this trap. Oh, Calvino, thank you. I'm trying to get rid of this bottle, and you're helping me out. You're saving my life. Saving my life. You can blame it all on me. We're almost done with this bottle. Last shot, and it's done. Thank you, Calvino. You saved the day. I can now throw this bottle away. Oh my God, thank you. Week by week, it took forever. So I did not design this trap. This trap was designed by the brilliant Taco Belly. And if you need to know how to spell that name, go to... Hold on. Nope. Go to... Boom, boom. TacoBelly.com. It's where I bought the trap at. I highly recommend it. He has an Etsy store where he sells his 3D prints, and he gives a lot away for free. I will say that. The man is incredibly talented. He blows my designs out of the water. He's insane. I bet you he doesn't use TinkerCad. I bet you he uses some very expensive program. So go check him out and, buy props. But I imported the STL files in here, not because I wanted to mod them. I don't want to mod his work. His work is flawless, and I don't want to touch it. Honestly, I just needed it for scale. I bought the trap, so don't go asking me, hey, can you give me that file? I'm not. Go buy it from him. His work is fantastic. He's great, hands down. But I wanted to make sure my thing worked with his thing because it's the trap I use. If I'm going to build something to work, I wanted to make sure I built it to scale. And as you see, it fits. Everything fits in there. It's nice. It's pretty. It's so nice. It's so nice. The only mod that I'm doing to his design, and I'm not actually changing anything on there, I'm just going to glue magnets in the front of this. Same magnets that I used on the door right here, that I use on my lots of my cosplays to hold stuff in place, is in this little cap right here is going to hold 6 magnets in the back right here. And the reason I have them separated so I can export individuals. So I can just be like, export the selected shape. So I can easily select it. Right there. And so when you insert the trap, the magnet catches it and pulls it from the cartridge. That's the only modification I'm doing to the Taco Belly trap because it is a work of art and should never be modded. It's just it's one of the best traps I have like for cosplay. In fact, one of the things I have been working on, and we're going to go ahead and Z out of this like we did nothing. Boom. We're going to exit out. One of the things I've been working on is here soon I have ordered myself a smoke kit. Like so. I've ordered this little smoke fogger thing that is that is Bluetooth activated. There's mini fogger, smoke maker, wireless remote control, volume generator kit. I got it for much cheaper. This was like, I guess I got it on sale, that's why, but I got it for like $25. And then like 3 days ago, it went back up to 60. So I think I just nailed it and got lucky. It advertised it for me. Here's one for $70. It's the same one. So look around, really look around, because you can find different prices. Like when I bought this, it was on sale. Here we go. But so I took it and see how it has the dimensions: 56 millimeters, 31 millimeters, 90, 20. 56 centimeters, 31 centimeters, and it's counting the whole length, but if I were to ungroup it, 90, 20. Of course, I just grouped it all together, created one object, so that way I can fit this into this. So my trap smokes like I caught something. So when I flip on the switch, and it goes beep, 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 beep. It also goes smoke, 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 smoke. Without getting all the wiring underneath it, because I have that little breadboard in there. I'm building like a little cage for it that will function with the trap. Use the same screw holes as already there. So I won't have to change any print or anything like that. and bing bang boom, it holds the smoke machine. Holds the smoker, and the smoke comes out the top of the trap like it should, without polluting the wiring and getting them gunky and whatnot. I'm not a genius. I just like to play with stuff anyone can do this, y'all. This is easy peasy stuff. And if you struggle with it, remember, reach out to me on social media, anywhere, here, there. I will sit down and we'll work through stuff bit by bit by bit. I do private lessons. I promise I won't drink as heavily during those. And I'll possibly wear pants. Possibly. But I will wear these the entire time while I'm doing it. Not even sorry.
Smoke weed every day.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Turn the friggin' frogs gay. Serious crap. Gay. Frogs, friggin' frogs. It's not funny. I'm gonna say it real slow for you. Gay. Frog.
Sorry, I've been wanting to do that for a while. Huge pants cam. Oh, pants cam right there. There it is. Oh, we don't have pants cam anymore. Just 3D camera. No. I'm wearing pants. So yeah, that's it. That is TinkerCad. Guys, it's one of those things where get in there, play around. It's free. It's completely free. Get in there, TinkerCad. Create your own account. Look at that. John and Darrow. New design, my designs, notifications, classes. Get in there. Mess with them resources, learning center, lessons plan, challenges. Get in there, start experimenting. 3D in minutes. Add light, movement to your designs, code blocks. We haven't even gotten to code blocks. There's so much to be done. You can do it on an iPad. You can do it in a sim lab. I don't know what a sim lab is. Autodesk Fusion. Level up your designs. I don't know what that is. I haven't got that far yet. There's challenges. You can do new challenges all day long. You could do tutorials. These are tutorials I've done. Not created, but I've watched. This is how I learned. I added these tutorials and took this. Like, I went to a classroom and learned how to make this on TinkerCad for free. So I can start simulation. How annoying is that? But I learned to make it. And see, it goes through step by step, right over here, learning how to do every little bit. Just like I just taught you, except no one is drinking. Which I don't think is as fun, because there's no point in time that someone does this and plays Alex Jones screaming about gay frogs. But listen, that might not be your learning style. So, I want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. Stay tuned next week when we're going to have Miss Catonic back on talking about Eva Foam, and we're going to start learning that as well. D101, where we learn to do shit and potentially do it while either we're drinking or being silly and goofy, because learning shouldn't be serious. Learning this stuff shouldn't be something that you really have to go, crunch, go. It should be fun and silly and learn and just explore. Get in there, mess stuff up. If you really want to do something well, go mess it up. Do it wrong 1,001 times. See? Incredible use of weird names. Go make you some weird designs. Send them to me. Send me your cool designs. That's what I want. I want you guys to send me your cool designs. Hit me up on that social media. I got social media in here somewhere right there. Give me your social medias. If you're watching this on YouTube the day after, it's down below somewhere or in about section, or just comment. Send me your links to your really cool TinkerCad designs so I can check them out, and maybe I'll print. You know what? I'll print something cool. I'll find one of them cool. It's printable, and I will print it. That's what I do. I do it. Maybe I'll send it to you. I don't know. Give me your address. I'll send it to you. I'll print you something and I'll mail it to you. Along with spaghetti. And when you open the package, it'll be one of those sound things, and it will play nonstop forever. Would you destroy what I gave you? Wait, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Wait. Don't destroy what I gave you.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Hey, Bates. Are you streaming? Are we streaming right now, Bates? Can I raid over to you and you be doing cool stuff? Cause I'm about to wrap up on my streams. I don't know who's streaming and who's not streaming. I'm not. Okay, we'll see if there's anybody we do know streaming. Let's see. Hello, darkness, my old. Nope. I said no. Bless it. But I do want to thank everybody who tuned in today and kind of learned with us. Oh, Lenny G is streaming. Okay, yeah, we'll raid Lenny G. Someone say hello for me because I am not hanging around. I gotta pee real bad. And usually she's amazing. So when you raid over, they'll ask how the stream was. Tell them it was fun. Tell them you learned a lot of stuff. Tell them, we had fun. Unless you didn't. Then you can complain about me. Bye, Nev. I miss you. I fixed my internets by doing nothing, and it did. But yeah. So stay tuned. Next week we're gonna do Eva Phone. Wednesday for gaming for stuff. Friday for little painty paints. I'm hopefully finishing up a prototype. Working on version 2 of this. That's a little more detailed, a little fancier for cosplay because I'll be going to a convention on Saturday. So we'll see how it goes. I love you all. Bye. Wait, hold on. Raid Lenny G. Boy, did I spell that right? Did I spell that right? I opened the tab. Hold on. Let me make sure. Tab. You did that. I did not spell it right. I'm gonna tell her how I got kicked out to the raid. Lenny G. That time I spelled right. You guys stay tuned for very awesome Lenny G, who's gonna be a lot of fun and didn't want me. I do want you. I just gotta pee. There's pee that needs to be made. So much pee. So much pee needs to be done. Good night, everybody. Boom.